Good morning, Language Arts. It is Tuesday, March 31st is almost April. It's so crazy. Yesterday, I know that there were some technical difficulties with Schoology. I've already been working with it this morning, and I'm seeing the same things happen. So don't get too stressed out about things. I am not gonna punish you for not having things in on time. I just need you to stay up with it so you know what you're doing. If you have difficulties with it, just send me a message. Be patient. Go back to it at a different time. I'll leave it open until tomorrow night and we'll see what happens. So, today we are looking at writing the introduction to your argumentative letter. Our learning target is I can write an argumentative letter about a controversial topic, and I can write an effective introduction. We're starting just with the introduction. If you are seeing this video, then kudos to you. You have opened the video for today's lessons on YouTube. Awesome. We're going to review the format of an argumentative letter first. We're going to look at the elements of an introduction. This is all review. You can also find that on page 245 in your Springboard book. Then you're going to get into your shared document from yesterday. Remember, I gave directions using that video I posted yesterday. We will work through it. We'll get everybody in the next couple days. And then open the assignment on Schoology today. It's called Day 9. In that assignment, you have 2 multiple choice questions and then an option for you to draft your salutation and introduction. You preferred method of that is you actually do your draft on that Google Doc. I know that it's a little confusing and you don't have somebody there to help you kind of navigate all that. So we'll walk through it. We'll get what we need. If worse comes to worse, I'll copy and paste what you put in Schoology, and then I will share that document with you through email, and you'll be able to get it through your email. So the first thing we're going to look at today is the parts of an argumentative letter. In an argumentative letter, you need to make sure that you include the date. You're going to include a salutation or a greeting. Those are the same thing. They're just fancy words. That greeting includes a dear and then whoever you think your audience is going to be for your letter. Some of you put generic audiences like teacher or principal or school board. Let's try and narrow those down. What teacher specifically do you think gives too much homework that you want to write a letter to? Or which school board do you think would consider having uniforms? Or if we're talking about cell phone distractions, I know a couple people, Cora and Halo to be specific, who decided they were going to write to their friends about cell phones being a distraction. And I think that's a pretty good idea because the tone and ideas of your letter can be a little bit different opposed to if you're writing to a teacher. After your greeting, we have that regular 5 paragraphs. We're going to include the introduction, which we're going to look at today, your reason and evidence 1, reason and evidence 2, reason and evidence 3, and the conclusion. Once you have all 5 of those paragraphs written, you include your closing. The most common closing is sincerely. We are trying to get someone to do what we want. We're trying to convince them, so we need to make sure that we are being respectful and keeping that proper tone and voice and diction that we've talked about. And then your signature. I know it's kind of hard to sign something when you're actually typing it out, so typing your name will count just as much as your signature. So for today, we're looking specifically at the introduction, not the conclusion. We'll worry about conclusion after spring break. We're just looking at 1 paragraph today, that introduction. Remember, when we write an introduction, we have to have a hook. The hook is our very first sentence. Think of an event or a question or a real life story to hook your reader, to get them to want to read your reasons and evidence and consider what you are trying to convince them of. We talked about all kinds of different hooks. We've talked about a question hook, an experience hook, A lot of you have tried some different ones using dialogue or a quotation. All of those things are absolutely okay to do. And remember, you have the internet at your fingertips. If we were in class, we might not have computers to do this with. So feel free to go ahead and look up some ideas and get some quotes and try and add that to your writing. After your hook, I want you to make sure you have a connection between how you're getting your reader to read and what you want them to read about. What is your claim? What's the connection between the quote that you just found or the story that you just wrote and your opinion? And then your claim is your viewpoint on an issue that is important to you. Remember, you all chose one. Are you claiming that cell phones are a distraction in school? Are you claiming that teachers give too much homework? Or are you claiming that school uniforms should be enforced? Once you review all this information, it's time to go into your Schoology assignment, day 9, and complete those 2 multiple choice questions, super easy ones, and then getting into your Google Drive. So here are the directions again. I will also include these on the materials and updates for today's lesson in Schoology. If you've already been in there and you started putting in your reasons and evidence and claim, thank you very much. My kind of routine in the morning is to get all the lessons set up and then go back and start looking at grades. So I haven't looked at any of them yet, but that's the next thing on my list. So let me go over this with you again so you can see me in action. Hi again. So I have to actually sign out because I am already signed in, so I am signing out. And I have made it to the Google homepage. Another way to get to this page, if you turn on your computer and you click, let's say, Firefox or Mozilla, or you click Internet Explorer, it may not show this page at first, so you can put in the website drive.google.com and it will take you to this page. If your name is not already in there, you would click Use Another Account. This is where you put your student email. Yours is the same as mine, except for those 3 little letters at Stu, campbell.kyschools.us. You enter in your password. Remember, your password is your lunch pin and then the letters CCS. Once you find your drive, it'll look pretty similar to this. Mine's pretty full right now, packed with all kinds of good stuff for school. But you're coming over here to the left side where it says shared drives. You're going to find a folder that says Reading and Writing 1 or Reading and Writing 2. I'm going to the second class today. It's yesterday I was doing the first class. You see at the top, all of these are quick access ones. That means you can just click on it and open it up. If that's one of your names, Emma and Alexia are usually on here pretty early in the morning. They'll probably see this first thing. They can go ahead and click on their name. But if they don't see their name up here, you need to look down here at your folders and open up the folder that belongs to you for your topic. Find your name. So I see Bethany and Braden and Deacon and Kara and Jesse and Haley and Ethan and Ryder. You all probably submitted during Schoology yesterday, which is fine. I will go in and I will copy and paste some of the stuff that you included into your assignment. But if you look at Alexia and Brenna's, you can see that there's writing inside of their graphic organizer. All Alexia is going to do today is go down after she completes those 2 multiple choice assignments, is go down underneath the graphic organizer And she's going to start drafting her letter. She's already got a head start because I started the date and the salutation/greeting for her. And she can do everything right now. The reason using the Google Doc is so much easier is when she gets to her body paragraphs, all she's going to have to do is come up here and copy and paste when she starts typing. I don't want you to freak out though. If you don't get into this document, there is a way for me to copy and paste and send it to you through email so you can open it up through an email. I just would like you to try and get into Google today, especially if Schoology is not being cooperative. You have this video and Google and Schoology are not connected. You could get into your Google and still complete your assignment for today without having to worry about Schoology and language arts. I've been really bad this week. It's Spirit Week at school. Yesterday was pajama day. I looked like I was in my pajamas. I wasn't. It was just a rough morning for Miss Weber. Today is team day. I am repping our football Super Bowl champions, Kansas City. If you can take a picture of who you're repping today and send it to me, text message or as a message through Schoology, you can add a file. I'd love to see your faces. Have a great day. Let me know if you have any problems. Bye.